Yes.
You know, all right, so give me 2 or 3 mistakes, okay? If somebody's watching and they're saying, okay, I got hurt, I got into a car accident, and what are the 3 most common mistakes an injured person can make regarding a personal injury claim?
Well, the first is when you represent yourself, the insurance adjuster is going to evaluate the claim and set the reserves. That means they're going to decide what they think the case is worth.
Okay.
If you don't have an attorney, they're going to set those reserves a lot lower.
What's the significance? So what? So they set it low.
The problem is that means the offers are going to be very low. And then when you say, gosh, this is terrible, I need help, and you call me, my job is a whole lot harder. And I'm going to typically have to litigate that case when I could have gotten it settled for the right amount from the beginning, which means higher attorney's fees and costs to the client and a long drawn-out process that could have been done very quickly.
So the sooner I get you, the more money I'm likely to get.
Absolutely.
Give me my second mistake.
The second mistake is if you don't know the policy limits and you don't know the value of the case, you could easily accidentally settle your case or intentionally settle your case for pennies on the dollar of what it's really worth.
You know an example of somebody that said, okay, I got a settlement for this, and you were able to take it from them and boost it?
Yes. There was a case where they were offered $30,000. The adjuster said that is all the policy is. It turned out when we got involved, the policy limits, the combined limits were actually $100,000. So that would have been a $70,000 mistake. You know, luckily they didn't pull the trigger and settle for the 30, even though they said, but the adjuster told me. They told me. And I said, well, we need to send the statutory required letter that forces them to produce an affidavit, because if you don't know the policy limits and you don't know the value of the case, you're in trouble.
How do you, you don't know what you're negotiating for, the price of the item.
Right.
And what's a third biggest mistake somebody would make?
Well, a third mistake would probably be signing a release, perhaps, or verbally agreeing to a settlement, and they don't intend to settle it, but they say, well, you know, can I have $6,000? Well, that case may be worth 3 times that amount, and suddenly it's settled and done.
You know, I mean, as you're saying these, it's amazing to me, because that would be somebody that also we're assuming that they've done the correct investigation, the correct witnesses, the correct doctors, the correct medical bills, that they've stacked all the policies, that they've established the chains of causation and liability, that they have claimed everything that they need to do. And Richard's talking about the things that you would probably make a mistake had you done all those things. But how many examples do we know where people made statements at the scene of the accident, or didn't, you know, memorialize witness statements, etc.? If you don't believe me, take a listen to one of Richard's own clients who was an insurance adjuster and what he thought if he could handle it by himself. You think you could do it on your own? Take a listen.
Well, I thought I could take care of this on my own, because I am a retired insurance man. I've dealt with, sold insurance and paid claims out many years. I was a district manager. I thought I could handle the insurance company, but this insurance company that you had to deal with, you just can't. You can't work with them. I mean, I even called the Department of Insurance in the state of Georgia, because I wasn't getting no results. And that didn't work either. I mean, I found out more about them, but that was all I was able to do. I had to have an attorney, and Richard Griffin was the attorney that I got and did the job for me.